What's going on, guys? It is January 31st, and we are just about ready to get started on probably our biggest snowstorm in this area for the last 5 years, since like 2016. It is just starting to flurry. I can see a few flurries coming down right now. It's like I said, about 7:15 in the morning, Sunday morning. I'm going to go ahead and just move my Tundra off the driveway here and probably just lift up the wiper blades on everything just so they don't get frozen. But we're looking to get, I'm thinking I'd be really happy if we got over 10 inches of snow over the course of 2 days. Um, but I'd also be very shocked if we did, just because it always seems to be a bust. We have some forecasts saying that it could be over 20 inches of snow, but I'll believe that when I see it. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of move the truck and just kind of get the driveway ready so I can easily blow the snow whenever it does come. Here, keep this handy so we can check the depth of the snow as it comes, if it comes, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna get something. I guess I should probably go ahead and see if the snowblower wants to start. So this guy here I've had for a few years now, and I did notice where it does still work just fine. The bearing on this side, I guess the bearing itself actually is still okay, but it's like come loose from the metal here, so this side just kind of flops around. So hopefully it'll get through today. The other snowblower, the red one that was in my first video on this channel, right at the end of that last little like maybe 5-inch snowstorm we got, the belt started to slip, so it still runs and everything, but it doesn't really blow the snow anymore. So for today, because of course I haven't gotten around to replacing that, we're gonna have to rely on this guy. So this one, I still haven't fixed the pull start. That's just hanging there. It has an electric start that works fine, so we're gonna hope that this thing starts up. I have not started this since the last snowstorm. We're gonna see how it does. So if you're not familiar how these snowblower electric starts work, you have to plug it in. They don't actually have a battery. And as far as I can tell, that's how pretty much all of them are. You just plug in your extension cord right like that, and you're gonna push that button. But we're gonna go ahead and put it on choke. And yeah, primer ball is right here. And then you just push the button. Work. Hopefully it'll last through this snowstorm. And yeah, so I'll probably just top it off with some gas so it's ready to go, and we'll come back in a little while. Something else I did with this thing last year actually was I got some like really cheap like Amazon or eBay fog lights. You can find these like all day long on I think either place. Like $15 I think was how much these things were, and I just mounted them to the little plate right here, and took this battery off of a small, like a really mini riding lawnmower that I have, which obviously doesn't get used in the wintertime, and I just throw this battery on here and just put, you know, a fuse on, and just, I mean, literally I don't even have a switch, I just unplug it, you know. The only real issue I had when I used it last year was it did seem like once this thing is running, the lights kind of flicker, so I don't know, I guess I don't have a really great connection, but it works. And I mean, it didn't cost anything. I just ran a couple wires to the lights, and these lights use such a small amount of power that it didn't seem to drain the battery at all, being on for as long as it took to use it. And I don't know how you can really see, but they're really bright. I would only need to have one of them, but you know, it came with two, so I just put two and kind of spread them, turn them outward a little bit each, but it lights up like the daylight out there when you're using this thing. So just thought I'd show that too. Oh yeah, and one more thing, just keeping with the, you know, redneck ingenuity, I literally just drilled 2 holes in the thing and ran a couple zip ties through to hold the battery on. I was like, how simple can I make this, you know, where it does the job, but it's simple, and I can just easily just remove that battery, cut the zip tie, and throw it back on the lawnmower in the spring. All right, it is just about an hour later. It's about 8:15 now, and we've got some stickage already. It's definitely coming down now. It's already a nice little coating on the driveway, and you can see across the street, I don't know if you can see it way back there behind that tree in the distance, their pond is completely frozen and already has a coating of snow on it. Maybe I'll see it a little bit easier like that. Just that big bit of white straight across there. There's a pond behind the neighbor's house, and you can see it's already completely white. Their driveway looks pretty white too, although that is a gravel driveway. Looking out the backyard, see the deck's got a little bit. My pond down there is covered. The pool cover's covered. So this is about an hour from the last. Right here you can really see how the road that had the pre-treatment put down in the last couple of days is still completely black, where the little private road right here is completely covered just that fast. And be curious to see, we'll check in again in about an hour to see how long it takes before that road starts to get white. All right, so it's now about 10 o'clock. It's been snowing for like, I'd say 2.5 hours to be honest. You can see the road is still completely just wet. And I have not heard any salt trucks come yet. So that's all just the initial treat that's still keeping that like that. You don't have like a real heavy snowfall yet though. I mean, it's a little bit more than flurries, I guess, really. You can see it's just a little dusting on the pavement, and it hasn't even really covered the grass yet. You can see a little bit in there, but that's about it. All right, so it's now 11:30. I don't know if you can see that. So it's been snowing since about 7:30, since about 4 hours. We're just starting to get some coverage on the road. We're running over to a friend's house right now, but you can see it just started picking up, like for real, like probably like a half an hour ago, to where it actually starts to cover the road a little bit. So that's where we're at. Definitely still coming down. I think it's actually picked up again. We've got probably like 2 or 3 inches on the ground. Nothing too crazy, but enough to finally cover the grass. All right, so it's now Tuesday morning. It seems like it's still snowing. A lot of this is just blowing off of the roof that you see, but I think it is still doing something. Though I don't think we're gonna get too much more. Definitely did not get 10 inches. We're gonna see what we got right here on the. Yeah, we not even 4 all together there, and some of that may have blown, but I'm gonna go ahead and just go to work now, and when I come home I'll clear the driveway. Alright guys, little confession to make. It's now a week later. I think you saw that last total we got of like, I don't know, 3.5 inches or something like that from last week's snowstorm, and I was just kind of blown. I mean, I thought like maybe we'd get close to 10, but it wasn't even close. I mean, and I don't think this one today is going to be much at all, but it's coming down a lot faster than it did last week. It's only been snowing for an hour, and I mean, we pretty much had lost everything. Like the table was completely empty last night, and there's already a pretty good coating on that. I don't even think that the road crews even cared about this storm, because I don't think there was anything actually on the roads like a pre-treat for this storm. What's up, Bentley? You like the snow? You go running around in the snow? Yeah, you do. So, it looks really nice out here. Everything is like a wet snow, because it's actually like a little bit above freezing, I think, or it started at that way. So, all the trees are getting a nice coating on the branches, so it looks really nice. This is what I like about the snow. And you know, we're out here in the country on a Sunday morning, so the only thing you hear is some birds chirping right now. Yeah, I still have my Christmas decorations up. They're not coming on at night, but they're still up. I was lazy and only pulled up the wiper blades on the Tundra because I figured that's all I'm going to be driving today, if anything. My wife the other day, last week, she said, "Oh no, the window is down on this car. You better roll it up." I said, "Well, for one thing, it doesn't roll up. The regulator is broken or something. And also, I don't give a shit." There's nothing in that interior that will get affected by the wetness of the snow or rain that I care about. I mean, the interior and the carpet is shot. The only thing I care about is like the shifter and stuff like that, which I've already pulled out anyway, I think. Kind of cool seeing all the gray tones there. It's a little screenshot for you. And get the camera in there too. I love all my cars. I don't care which one it is. They all have their own purpose. Hey Zeus. You don't like the snow that much. Yep, the boat's just getting snow in it because that's what's happened to it for the past 7 years. So I don't really care right now until it has any kind of actual work done to it. Let it get wet. I never even did clear the deck off with the last snow, so a lot of this is just still packed down from that. This is my pond right here, all frozen over. Should be a waterfall going up there. Come up here and look and see what's happening with the pool. Haven't been up here in a while. If I can open the gate. So you can see the cover is pushed way down. It's supposed to do that. It can flex with the weight of the snow on it. It's hard to really see that, but obviously the part that you see is dark right there is sitting way down low. Bentley will not walk on the cover. Oh, he just found the cover. He won't walk on the cover, but Zeus will. You guys can't wait for spring? Or you like the snow, Bentley? Yeah, he likes the snow. Zeus looks like he's gonna poop right up here on what will be the concrete, but you know, whatever. At least it's not in the house. He's looking for that spot. This is the way backyard up here. Basically the tree line there all the way around is my property line. So we have an acre up here. The house pretty much sits right in the middle of it, so it sits back pretty far. And then we got this little metal building garage back here that I keep all the lawn and garden equipment in, and pool supplies, obviously. So we do have some neighbors behind us, but they pretty far away, and I've been here almost 4 years and I've only talked to them a couple of times. Got the pool equipment sitting right there, what can be left outside. It's a mess in here. I did clean it up at some point this year, but got this little shelf right here. There's a sound system down there with a couple of speakers outside, although I don't like them, so I tend to use these. I'll just plug these in out there when I'm actually using it. All the pool chemicals and the filter cartridge there. Got my Cub Cadet there. Trailer. My project from last year. This was my COVID project. I painted this. This used to be a red and black Murray riding lawnmower, and I took it all apart and like repainted everything, looked like a John Deere, because that's how bored I was. Should have got that on video, but I wasn't really doing videos yet. A couple push mowers, a ladder, a whole bunch of spare tires, a couple leaf blowers, chainsaws, wheelbarrow. There's my old pressure washer there. I have a new one. There's my what is that, Husqvarna trimmer, blower, more pool stuff. That is actually a power garage door opener, although last year something happened to it, so I just have it disconnected right now. I just do it manually and haven't really even bothered trying to figure out what happened to it. Oh yeah, we got like a whole bunch of water guns up there for when we're in the pool. And you know, it is nice that it has, you know, the garage door size, so theoretically I could probably get a car in here, but it's kind of hard to get a car up into this building just where the yard is. So I've never done that. That's my 300-gallon propane tank for the pool heater. And this pool is 22,000 gallons with a hot tub. All of it has to get shut down for the wintertime because it all is sharing the same water. But yeah, you can kind of see this over here is the outside of the shed, and there's this grapevine thing like right in front of it that my wife really seems to not want to get rid of, so it's still there. You know, we've never taken any grapes off of it. It does produce grapes, but we don't ever tend to get out here for that. And all these trees are actually fruit trees. These are apple trees right here, the peach tree, and I don't know, pear tree I think, but they're so big and overgrown that they don't really produce much of anything anymore. So I kind of want them all to go and just plant some like evergreens to just kind of, you know, block out the neighbors behind us. Alright, I just thought I'd give you guys a little tour of the outside there.